Have you ever thought about how one single, specialized mobile app could become a key piece of an entire nation's digital future? Well, that's exactly what we're diving into today. The story of a piece of software that's literally unlocking new possibilities for developers in Sri Lanka. So, to really get what's going on, you need to understand the bigger picture. Sri Lanka is in the middle of this huge technological shift. The whole country is racing to become a data-driven economy. We're talking about major national projects, like a plan to digitize the entire agricultural sector by 2026. The pace is ambitious, and everything, from farming to finance, is going digital. And that brings up a really critical question, right? You've got all these developers and system admins who are the ones actually building this new digital world. They're under a ton of pressure. So what happens when a critical system needs attention, but they aren't chained to their desk? What happens when the data just can't wait? And this right here is what we can call the tethered developer problem. It's this very modern challenge where the folks responsible for keeping our digital lives running are physically stuck at their workstations. And that really limits their ability to react and respond in real time. Now, to wrap our heads around this problem, we've got to talk about a key piece of technology called Redis. It's this incredibly popular open source tool that apps use for things that need to happen super fast, like caching data or handling real-time messages. So here's a simple way to think about it. Imagine an application is like a top chef in a crazy busy kitchen. Redis is their personal lightning-fast scratchpad. It's where they can instantly grab an ingredient or jot down a quick note without slowing down. It's all about speed and being responsive, and it's beating at the heart of so many of the apps we use every day. So here's the bottom line. Developers need 24/7 access to that digital scratchpad. But up until now, all the tools for managing it were made for desktops. For a country like Sri Lanka that's digitalizing so quickly, there was just no secure mobile-first way to do this. And this wasn't just, an inconvenience. It was a serious bottleneck that could slow down everything from fixing bugs to essential system maintenance. So how in the world do you fix a problem like that? Well, the answer that came out of this challenge was, frankly, both elegant and incredibly powerful. A solution designed to break that chain to the desk that fits right in your pocket. And here it is, the hero of our story, Redis Client Android, version 1.1. What it is a complete management console built just for the Android platform that gives developers and admins all the power of their desktop tools, but right there in the palm of their hand. All right, let's pop the hood and see what makes it tick. The app is really built on 4 key pillars. First, you've got Secure Login, which uses some seriously powerful encryption so devs don't have to worry about their server info getting compromised on their phone. Then there's PubSub, which is absolutely vital for managing real-time messages. Think IoT sensors out in a field. Next up, DataOps gives them full control to view and change data, just like they would at their desk. And finally, and this is a huge one for big companies, TLS support, which creates a secure, encrypted tunnel for all the communication. But look, when you're managing live, sensitive data for banks or massive agricultural systems from your phone, security isn't just another feature on a list. It has to be the absolute foundation of the entire thing. It's everything. So the app security uses this really clever 2-level approach. First, you have data at rest. That's all the credentials and server info saved on your phone. It's locked down in a digital safe using AES 256 encryption. Then you have data in transit. That's the information zipping back and forth between your phone and the server. That data gets sent through a secure armored tunnel using TLS. This makes it almost impossible for anyone to snoop on what's going on. The developer himself, LP Harisha Lakshan Warnakalasuriya, he really sums up the whole mission perfectly. He says the app empowers local industries to manage their digital foundations with confidence. And that one word, confidence, that's what it's all about when you're dealing with critical infrastructure. Okay, so we know it's secure, we know it's powerful, but what does that actually look like in the real world? Let's jump into some incredible examples, and we're going to go from the tea fields of Sri Lanka all the way to high-speed financial transactions. First stop, smart agriculture. This is a massive focus area in Sri Lanka, especially with this National Crop Hicks initiative that's all about bringing modern tech to traditional farming. So picture this. A field officer is out walking through a tea or paddy plantation. They notice an IoT sensor is sending back some weird data. Before, what could they do? They'd have to call someone back at the office or drive all the way back to a terminal. Now, They just pull out their phone, connect straight to Redis, check the real-time moisture levels, and can even clear out a faulty data cache right then and there, in the middle of the field. That's a huge leap in efficiency. Okay, so let's switch gears completely. We're going from the quiet tea fields to the super fast-paced world of finance. Here in fintech and banking, stability and security are just non-negotiable. Think about the busiest shopping time of the year in Sri Lanka, like the Avarudu holiday season. The volume of transactions is just massive. A system admin could be anywhere, at home, on the road, and still be monitoring the live transaction queues to make sure the banking apps don't crash under all that pressure. At the same time, a security engineer can use the app to securely check on user session data, which is a vital task for stopping fraud. And finally, let's talk about the future. Let's talk about education. As Sri Lanka works on its 2026 National Education Cloud, making sure that millions of students have reliable access to digital learning is, you guessed it, a top priority. I mean, when you have thousands and thousands of students all logging into a digital library at the same time, managing that traffic is a huge challenge. With this app, a developer can actually debug that live student traffic, manage all those sessions, and fix problems on the fly, again, without needing to be anywhere near a desk. It's all about making sure that learning experience is smooth and uninterrupted for the next generation. So, this all brings us to the final, big idea here. This isn't really just a story about one app. It's a powerful example of what happens when homegrown innovation meets a critical, specific, local need and solves it with real elegance and precision. And it really leaves us with a fascinating question to chew on. When local problems are met with local innovation, what's even possible next?